Dear students, welcome to our class on weather forecasting for agriculture, lecture number 11. In this class, we try to understand at the local level how we give HRW, heavy rainfall warning. Okay, so and also IBF, impact based forecasting. Impact based forecasting means this bit will come definitely when you are going for interviews, also when you are writing the exams. Also IBF question is certain. Okay, even though because it is a recently introduced one in the India Meteorological Department in the year 2020 based on World Meteorological Organization, where I was the expert team member in their decision of 2015 decision. Based on that, from 2020 onwards, IBF we are giving it from B to do. What will be the weather? What will be the heavy rainfall? To what will the heavy rainfall do? From B to do. IBF, impact based. That's what we are going to discuss. It should be very interesting. Let us try to, in the first 2-3 minutes, we try to summarize how at NWFC, National Weather Forecasting Center, SWFC, regional weather forecasting centers, how the HRW, heavy rainfall warning. Before we give the warning, first step is we should monitor. Then we should forecast it. Then we should give the warning. Warning products are also there. That also we discussed in this class. In the last class, I have given how they monitor, how they forecast, how they give the warning. Just we go for a rebrushing of all these things at the national level and what are the steps involved at the local level. That also we discussed before we go to IBF. Now, see, let us review what we have understood from lecture number 8, 9, 10. Okay, in these three, what we tried to understand are the analysis and forecasting. Analysis. What analysis we do? First we do synoptic observations analysis we do. Then we get the inputs of NBW, numerical weather prediction. Then what we do? Wonderful information from radar we get. Excellent information from satellites we get it. Okay. All these things are first monitored, then forecast. Now here, now what we do is forecasters will analyze. Who will analyze? The forecasters will analyze actual weather charts. What are the actual? There are mandatory weather charts, routine. Question, no deviation. Irrespective of whether it is a holiday, whether it is a festival, whether it is other day, we are no way concerned. We are interested to serve the public. We are interested to serve the farmer. That's it. So, what we do is forecasters will analyze actual weather charts. They get weather charts regularly, routinely. That's it. Along with supporting numerical weather prediction models outputs there. Then we use it here in the heavy rainfall warning, heavy rainfall forecasting as inputs here. In addition to that, satellite radar products to assess three things I told. This bit will come. To assess what? First, intensity. Second thing is the position and behavior. And finally, the direction of the movement of the weather system. That from which direction to which direction it is going, the weather system is moving. Intensity first. Position. Then direction, intensity, position, direction of this bit will come certainly in the match the following, or you can say that half line correct, half line incorrect. There, yeah, truth and then false. There also we get this bit. Three things. What are the three things? The forecaster will analyze actual weather charts along with the supporting numerical weather prediction, satellite, radar, etc. products to assess what? Intensity, position, behavior, and direction of the movement of the weather system. Now, next step. After processing all the weather data, the duty officer will issue heavy rainfall warning over the area of responsibility if expected. Even if it is not expected, also warning, no, you have to give it. Now, HRW, heavy rainfall warning should be issued without fail when forecasters estimate that the weather system is likely to hit the area of responsibility within 5 days. At least 5 days in advance they should give it. Okay, and may give heavy, which may give heavy rain. Now, so decision making process here, that's what we discussed in the last class, but in a stepwise, I just read it, I won't take much of your time. Decision making process, routinely retrieval and review of scheduled bulletins and products issued by SWFC, RWFC, satellite, radar, upper air, synoptic divisions. From all these divisions, routinely retrieval all the data, they get it. Diagnose the condition along the boundaries. Diagnosis is matching. Okay, matching with the previous episode. Duty forecaster will contact the senior designated officer, duty, who is responsible for weather forecast, he will contact the designated higher officer and discuss the inputs to arrive at a conclusion of issuing a heavy rainfall warning. Okay, heavy rainfall warning. Forecasters should use technologies appropriate for that heavy rainfall, particular to that responsible area of responsibility. The forecaster should proactively and in a timely manner, okay, during the entire process of decision making, should be very alert. He should be very alert. What is the timeline for analysis, forecast and dissemination? Analysis, forecast, warning and dissemination. What is the timeline? Number one, all forecast and warnings will be issued at the time scale of 3 hours, and spatial scale to the extent of districts corresponding to SWF, SWFC and RWFC. Spatial, district level, responsibility of zone. Temporal or timeline 3 hours. The timeline for this purpose is first appreciation of the scenario through synoptic and numerical weather prediction of forecasting, analysis and forecast. First appreciation of scenario. Analysis of hourly data, products of satellite to radars, etc. Preparation of checklist and decision making. Generation of warning bulletin and products. And finally, uploading and dissemination. These are the things. Once again, I would like to read. What is the timeline for heavy rainfall forecast? Number one, appreciation of the scenario. What is the scenario? You should appreciate it. You have done it very scientifically. There is no ambiguity. You should appreciate it. Through synoptic and numerical weather prediction, models output. Here, there are inputs here. Now, analysis of hourly data and products of satellite, radar, etc. Second step. Third, preparation of the checklist and decision making. You have to take a decision. Generation of warning bulletin. You should generate the warning bulletin. How you generate next half minute, after half minute I will tell, and products. Uploading and dissemination. You have to upload it and disseminate it immediately. Now, what are the heavy rainfall products? Text of heavy rainfall. Okay. Warning in color and coded tabular form. Both color and coded tabular form. That is number one. Number two, graphical form of multi-hazard color code map. Multi-hazard color code map. What is this particular multi-hazard color map? That we discussed in the 16th lecture. It is only 11th. That's what we discussed. Now, there are two products here. Text of the HRW, heavy rainfall warning, in color-coded tablet form, graphical form of the multi-hazard color code map. So, these are the two products which the forecaster should deliver as a product. That's it. Now, so what are the stages of local forecasting? For the local forecasting, you have to, at the district level, at the spatial level district, this is the responsibility of SWFC and RWFC. Okay, regional forecasting and state. Now, stage 1. First stage, local forecasting. Stage 1, 7 days before the event. Stage 2, 3 to 6 days before the event. Stage 3, 48 to 72 hours before the event. Stage 4, on the date of the event, just before 1 day. Stage 5, before 6 hours of the event. What are these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages? We must predict 5 days in advance the heavy rainfall. So, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5. As far as the local forecasting is concerned, local warning is concerned, first local analysis, local warning, forecast, analysis to forecast to warning. Now, stage 1, once again I would like to impress upon, 2 days we give the outlook. 2 days outlook we give it. For every 6 hours we update it. First it is the forecast, heavy rainfall forecast or warning for 5 days. 2 days outlook, that's why stage 1 to stage 5 are like this. Stage 1, 7 days before the event. Stage 2, 3 to 6 days before the event. Stage 3, 2 to 3 days before the event. Stage 4, on the date of the event, before the target date, before 6 hours of the event. So, these are the steps that the stages of the local forecaster has to follow. Now, so decision making and preparation of the local forecaster is same as that of the national level. No change. This is very interesting. Now, finally, in this class, in the lecture number 11, I told several times IBF, impact-based forecast. Actually, we were giving what will be the weather, what will be the weather, B, what will be. What that weather or heavy rainfall do was not done so far. That's why, okay, there was there were a series of meetings before 2015 in the World Meteorological Organization, Geneva, Switzerland, and they have given a mandate that you should give IBF, impact-based forecasting. For what? Heavy rainfall. We discuss only agriculture. We limit ourselves. We are not going crossing our limits. Now, so what are the impact-based rainfall? Okay. Impact-based rainfall focuses on what the weather will be to what the weather will do. What the weather will be to what weather will do. That is the focus area. Weather Ready Nations, WRNS, Weather Ready Nations program is implementing the IBF system following the WMO 2015 guidelines. WMO has given in the year 2015 certain guidelines for Weather Ready Nations. The IMD is implementing IBF since June 2020. So the objective of IBF is to integrate all available observed forecast weather and climate information of a heavy rainfall event. Four things are there: available, observed, forecast. These are the things which are integrated, and climate information of the heavy rainfall. We should integrate it for what? IBF, impact based forecasting. Now, see, heavy rainfall over an area or location has the following types. See, heavy rainfall is occurring over an area. It is not only in agriculture, it is only big cities. So it may be in mountainous, orographic areas, heavy debris areas, or low-lying areas. Now, see here, heavy rainfall over an area or location has the following types of basic impact. Basically, heavy rainfall will have impact on through otherwise flash flood and riverine flood, local inundation, landslides and debris flow, impacts on agriculture, urban flash flood, and infrastructural damages. These are all the types of basic impact. Where it gives impact, these are all the, once again, flash flood. Through a flash flood, they give an impact. Through riverine flood, they give an impact. Local inundation has an impact. Landslides and debris flow, an impact. Agriculture, what is the impact on agriculture? Urban flash flood, an impact. Infrastructural damages is another impact of a heavy rainfall. Now, so what are the various components of IBF, impact based forecasting? Now, first assessing the risk. These are the types of impact. Once we know the types of impact, we should know what are the components. Number one, assessing the risk. First, we should assess the risk. Then we should monitor and early warning. We should give the early warning. Then dissemination, communication, finally response capability also we should review it. Once again, I would like to impress upon you that what are the components of impact based forecast. Just giving it and then sitting is not correct. That's why India Meteorological has a department by following the guidelines of WMO in 2015. Wonderful work is doing. How they are doing? First, they are assessing the risk. Then they monitor and early warning they will give it. Dissemination it. They disseminate it, and communication also they are doing. Finally, response capability also they are looking at. So, what are the wonderful steps in the impact-based forecast? Impact-based forecast of heavy rainfall development and implementation stages, like local stages of heavy rainfall. Here, impact-based forecast. What are the stages? Stage number one, we call it as the threshold level. Threshold level, just threshold level. Color code warning is given. Color code warning is given. So stage one, color code warning, whether it is green, no green will never be there. First, yellow or red, we go for, yellow or orange, yellow or red, So, we give, color code warning. First, stage one. Stage two, in addition to color code warning, a generalized impact is developed for each severe weather. Generalized impact is added. Color code plus generalized impact. Stage 2. Stage 3, color code, generalized impact and climatological data of the past impact. What had happened in the last one. Third stage, and the final fourth stage, climate sensitivity method. What is climate sensitivity method? Two things are involved. Real-time impact based forecast, risk-based warning are given. Real-time, what is happening here? Real-time we give it, and also the risk-based warning. Real time we are monitoring. Forecast is done. Monitoring. real time. And what we give, we also give risk based. These are the 4 stages of IBS for HR. So HRF, impact based warning data and action. Okay, what are the impacts? That's what I would like to, I had already discussed 1 minute back. What are the general areas of impact? Localized flooding of roads, localized flooding of the roads, reduction in the visibility for the traffic, disruption of the traffic, damages to the roads, damages to vulnerable structures, mud slides, damage to crops, riverline flooding. These are all the HRF impact based warning and warnings. Warnings are given for all these things. Once again, for your academic interest, for what warnings are given? Impact based warnings. What are those? Localized flooding of roads, reduction in visibility due to heavy rainfall, disruption of traffic, damage to the roads, damage to vulnerable structures, mud slides, damage to crops, river line flooding. So these are the warnings we give. Then they have to take some action. That is also given. What are the actions? So check for traffic congestion. Check for traffic congestion. Number 1, follow traffic advisories, avoid going to waterlogging areas, and finally avoid staying in vulnerable structures. These are the 4 things. Once again, I would like to impress upon you. Check for traffic congestion, follow traffic advisories, avoid going to waterlogging areas, and finally avoid staying in vulnerable structures. So the protection of human life is there. Finally, I would like to impress upon you, as far as India is concerned, there are 2 flows, FLOWS, C flows and I flows. What is the C flows? Chennai flood warning system, C flows. I flows, integrated Mumbai flood warning system. These are the things that are being operated in India with reference to this heavy rainfall, monitoring, analysis, forecasting, and warnings are concerned. Recently they have come, but this heavy rainfall forecasting is being done since long durations, and India is protected by India Meteorological Department as far as heavy rainfall warnings and advisories are concerned. Thanking you very much.